The US government has been spending more money than it collects in taxes for many years now.
Automatic budget cuts of federal programs are set to kick in Friday if the sequester goes into effect. Dr. Gautam Hazarika, associate professor of economics at UT Brownsville, says the sequester was included by Republicans when a deal to increase the debt ceiling by $2.4 trillion was reached in 2011. It was set to ensure the government could cut spending over the next 10 years by $2.4 trillion, the same amount they added to the national debt. Hazarika says half of those cuts have been made. Now the battle is over the next $1.2 trillion.
And there was a little clause put in that if they couldn't decide about the nature of these $1.2 trillion of cuts, I mean, if they couldn't decide exactly where they were going to cut this money, then across the board automatic cuts would come into play.
Social Security and welfare programs like food stamps and temporary assistance for needy families will not be affected by the sequester. But in the border region, cuts to the military budget could mean less customs agents at international bridges, longer lines, and less international commerce.
Which is also important for our economy, because you have a lot of goods coming, from Mexico, goods, going to Mexico, but we're really concerned about the goods coming in from Mexico, and they have to be checked by our customs agents and so on. But if there are fewer customs agents on duty, then it just takes longer for those cargoes to make it across.
Hazarika agrees the government needs to make some spending cuts, but not with a sequester.
But this across-the-board automatic cut is not sensitive to what's important for us and what isn't. You see, it just slashes, blindly.